Hello guys, it's Interverse, and in this video we'll be looking at over 50 mods to make Minecraft an ultimate realistic survival game. First, let's start with the most important mods that will allow us to use intense graphics whilst getting good frame rate. Starting with the sodium. This will be a great mod that can boost your frame rate exponentially. It also adds so many options to tweak, including the option to add shaders when combined with the iris shaders. This mod was recently released and it broke the chain of having to use Optifine in order to run shaders. Iris shaders will give you this option in a better way. Now you can switch shaders way faster, as well as giving you the option to see the visuals without leaving the shaders tab. As of now, it can run any shader you could name, including ray tracing shaders as well. But if you want to run some ray trace textures such as Matrix, you may want to check Continuity and CIG Rezone. Both mods will help you achieve the Optifine capability of getting connected textures and POM and PBR visuals, allowing us to observe some mesmerizing graphics within the game. But as you can see, Matrix animated mobs are broken. To fix that, we will need Entity Model features. Now you can get animated textures and run pretty much any realistic texture packs any way you want. Approaching the end of this section, let's try Distant Horizons. Now here you will have to choose whether to run this mod without shader, which still looks good on the surface but not what you'd describe as realistic, or run shaders without getting the benefit of this mod. But don't worry guys, I love you, so I'll give you a middle ground to stand on. To be able to run Distant Horizons with shaders on, you must use our next mod, Optifine. Quite surprising, huh? Optifine can basically do what all the previous mods do, but a bit laggier. Still, it allows us to use shaders with Distant Horizons, so can't really complain. Next up, we'll only be using two mods to simulate real-life terrains, starting with the GG Thunder King of the Hills. This mod will include one of the tallest mountains. Each biome have a different types of mountains. A similar but better mod, however, is the Tectonic mod. It was released lately and introduced some fascinating land masses that are not very different from real life. In combination with the GG Thunder King of the Hills and Distant Horizons, we literally unlock next-gen graphics. Following up, we'll be looking at a bunch of mods that enhance our prescriptives, starting with the first-person prescriptive. The best mod for it would be First-Person Model. This is an OG mod that came to revamp the first-person view as we know it. With this mod you can see your body accurately, and it's actually compatible with other mods on this list, so keep watching to know which mod I'm talking about. Reach Camera mod is a similar mod, but this one is far more configurable since you can configure the scale as well as which part of the body to see from. Also, this mod is very compatible with an upcoming mod on this list, so stay tuned. Moving on, we will enhance the third-person prescriptive with the better third person. This mod will allow you to freely move the camera around your character as you walk, a feature that has been introduced on many games, but never in Minecraft unfortunately. I really love this mod and it makes third person actually playable. Shoulder surfing is a bit similar to better third person, only this mod is completely configurable. You can choose where to put your camera, allowing for sheer freedom since you can basically move your camera anywhere you please. Now, come with me, let's explore a new world with these new audible mods, starting with the ambient sounds. This is a great alternative for dynamic surroundings since it works the same way and supports Minecraft's latest releases. Hear this out. However, we can notice that our footsteps are still inaudible. For that, let's add the presence footsteps, a great mod that will make a different sound every time you step on a particular block. And of course, I can't have a realistic video without including the Sounds Physics Remastered. This mod includes different sound attributes from real life like echoes and distortions. Hear this out. Quite horrifying, right? Extra Sounds is a special one. it will modify a part of the game that has always been silent, which is the inventory. Now, every item will have a different soundtrack when being dragged around. Auditory mod adds a couple of new sounds that apply to things like placing blocks, shooting an arrow, or eating a cake. Minecraft has lots of animals already. We got cows, sheep, pigs, and well, that's all. Let's fix that using these animal mods. The first mod we got is the Better Animal Models. Better Animal Models doesn't add any new animals in particular, I'm sorry for that. Instead, it will make the existing ones a bit more realistic and give them a proper 3D model. But the bees here are a bit too realistic, don't you think so? Let's fix that with the realistic bees. This mod will instead make the bees smaller. I mean, if you've seen a bee in real life, it's not the size of a watermelon, so this is a great asset to enforce the realistic theme we're after. This spider is similar to the previous mod, but this time it will improve the way spider climb surfaces. Now they can quite literally climb upside down, meaning that the next time you see a spider, just run away. Finally, to a mod that will actually add new types of animals to the game, we got the exotic birds. This mod includes a large number of these winged creatures that will fly around and set up nests for their eggs. Alex's mod is perhaps the best mod in this category. It will add up to 80 animals, all of which are different and unique. They also get great models and smooth animations. This mod also adds some mythical creatures, which can be a bad thing for our realistic theme, since in real life we don't have this. If it's a deal breaker for you, then I suggest you go for Zawa, a great mod that will add a fair number of creatures with beautiful 3D models. Each one of these animals will be spawning in different biomes, and the animation here is also nothing short of gorgeous. Now we'll add a few mods that implement some logic from real life to Minecraft. Are you ready? Let's go. First mod we'll use is the No Cubes mod. You know, real life terrain isn't that cubic, right? So this mod will help you quite a lot with that. It runs very well with the dynamic trees, a great realistic mod that will reshape the trees and give them a few branches, a few trunks on the bottom, and so on. This mod is not just visual, it's also practical, since you can take down the whole tree by chopping out the bottom. If you think the shape of the tree is a bit weird or you want to run 1.20 Minecraft, then I suggest you download the Pandas Falling Trees. This amazing mod was released recently as a continuation of the dynamic trees. However, the shape wasn't included, but still, we get the feature of taking down an entire tree effortlessly. Although you will have to put some effort into chopping big trees. Well, lots of effort. Make Bubbles Pop is a small mod that will make bubbles pop when they reach the surface. Next up we got Cave Dust, another mod that lives up to its name. It will add cave dust to the game. As small as it may seem, this feature can really shift your graphics to the next level. Sleepwalk mod is not just a greatly realistic mod, but also beneficial. Now, whenever you hit the sack, everything that is happening around you will accelerate. Things that should have taken few minutes will be completed within seconds. A great mod to add with it is the healing bed. This way when you sleep, you'll wake up with a full health bar. Although it will take longer than usual to skip the night. Time Control is a simple mod that works through commands. You can make the day and night passes very rapidly. But the reason I added it to this list is how it synchronizes the time in Minecraft with your real life clock. As you can see, it's the exact hour. This also means that the day on Minecraft will be 24 hours, so good luck. The hydration mod will make water an essential part of the game. Now you can't just keep living without water, or you'll die of thirst. You can't drink from lakes either due to poisonous effect. The only way to hydrate yourself is through purifying water through a boiler. This is a great mod for enforcing realism fundamentals in the game. Water physics overhaul will make water behave exactly like real life. Now from now on, instead of just filling up a 4x4 hole and using it for all eternity, you will actually have to constantly get water from bigger sources, like a lake or an ocean even. This goes hand in hand towards making water even more sacred. Certain seasons will add seasons to the game. I like how the seasons transition seamlessly and have different shades. This is a great mod to carry out immersivity in Minecraft. Well, speaking of carrying, let's talk about the Carry On mod. This is a wonderful mod that will allow you to carry pretty much anything in the game. It's both fun and useful, although it can be very laggy and glitchy when mixed with the Zeus shaders, so try complementary instead. The last mod we got on this section is the Immersive Withering. This is a great mod that will make the game much more dynamic. Things like iron will start to rust due to humidity. Foliage will also be shifting habitually, and a lot of other things that will make the game much more realistic. For the final section, we'll be adding new animations to the game, alongside some realistic visuals to further enhance our final outcome. First, we got the Epic Fight mod, a well-known mod with millions of downloads. This great project introduced lots of realistic movements, mainly inspired by the Dark Souls game. The mod also introduced new weapons to use for combat, ranging from large swords, spears, and little katanas. Another combat mod is the Better Combat. Now this mod isn't as advanced as the Epic Fight mod, but it was updated to the latest releases and is compatible with many mods across the board. This amazing project helped filling up the gap on this specific category of mods, and it's also compatible with the Real Camera mod, so try running both, you won't regret it. Not Enough Animations added a few subtle animations. They're not that realistic, but still enforces the style of realism we want, since none of the mods mentioned before enhances the normal vanilla animations like eating, holding a map, etc. And it's also compatible with the first person model mod. A good mod to use with it is always gonna be the eating animations. The reason I'm saying this is how dynamic it feels when you are eating a steak and you see it being consumed bit by bit while your arm also moves along with it. Very realistic indeed. The physics mod doesn't even need a presentation at this point. This was perhaps the most game-changing mods of all time. It added realistic physics to Minecraft, and my favorites are the ragdolls, oceans, and the liquid physics. Another physics mod, this time only centered around explosions, is the physics toy. Light up a TNT and you'll observe one of the best explosions animations in Minecraft. But do keep in mind, you will need a physical TNT, not the normal one, since this mod is only experimental. Also, the performance here was wonderful. Now you may ask, Enderverse, doesn't the physics mod has that feature already? Well, duh, but I thought this project deserves a try as well. Immersive vehicles adds what could be the most detailed transport methods out there. The cars here are unbelievable, and you can actually build it from scratch and drive it as well. The driving animation is super cool, same goes to the trucks. But I just couldn't figure out how to build a plane. Regardless, this is one of the most realistic mods of all time, I can guarantee that. Timeless and Classic Guns mod is all about the combat in the game. This mod offered one of the most detailed gun models. I also love how you can inspect weapons. This is a perfect mod if you are willing to start a realistic modern warfare in Minecraft. Minecraft Transit Railway is similar to the immersive vehicles, but this one is only focused on the trains. It adds a fully functioning railways, and I love how the trains doesn't even look cubic and are very realistic. Oh my god, is this even Minecraft at this point? Effective is a mod with very few but convenient features. First to mention are those eye-catching waterfall cascades. There's also the splash effect, which changes the size depending on the entity. Both features were inspired by the Cliffs and Caves trailer, and not gonna lie, I kinda got addicted to it. Diagonal Fences mod bends those blocks to be much more flexible and lifelike. To make it even more dynamic, I'd recommend installing the connectable chains, a mod that allows chains to connect with fences horizontally. This makes these items actually usable outside of them being utilized to hang the lanterns. Mixing the two and you'll end up with some beautiful fence design. Last mod on this list will be the Falling Leaves, an aesthetic mod that I encourage anyone to download since it's just not fair that the blossom trees have fallen leaves and not every other tree. So yeah, this mod will fix that. If you want to play all of these mods together, I made a guide for that in this video. See ya in the next one.